Hello everyone and welcome back to my opinion. Qualifier 1 has come to a close, with the Royal Challengers Bengal registering an emphatic victory over the Punjab Kings. Let's get into this review video. Starting off with the 11s for the home side, I'd said Xavier Bartlett should play ahead of Carl Jamieson, but I knew that wouldn't happen. Going back to my reference to the Champions Trophy in my preview video, Carl Jamieson is a bowler who bowls fairly slowly. I don't think he's cut out for this format, let alone this league. He bowled a maiden and yet 1 for 27 in 3 on a surface where there was an equal amount of received movement in the second innings as there was in the first. I'd said without Yuzvendra Chahal, I didn't know this was the kind of surface that we provided. Without Yuzvendra Chahal, if Arshdeep Singh didn't strike in the power play, and whether they played Xavier Bartlett or not, you've got Azmatullah Omarzai. He's not bowling as quickly nowadays, not been in great bowling form this tournament. If you're playing Carl Jamieson ahead of Bartlett, you've not got that quick bowler either. It would be in better bowling form, more suited to this format. So if Arshdeep Singh today, none for 20 and 2 and defending this kind of score, you've got no chance. So tactical mismanagement from the Punjab Kings. And now for the RCB playing 11, Josh Haderwood was rightfully brought back since he was fit, and I'll say this again, playing Liam Livingstone, he does not look like he's going to score runs. He didn't have to do anything today, but if RCB want to field their strongest 11, what I would do is you could play Tim Seifert ahead of Liam Livingstone, or what you could do is you could play the extra overseas fast bowler, and then now Yashdayal bowled well today, 2 for 26 and 4, so I don't know if they will do this, but you could play an Indian batsman ahead of Yashdayal, then bring in Nuwan Tushara, who bowled well the previous match, and also Romario Shepherd, who, and the reason why I left him out of my team in my preview 11 is because he scored the 53 of 14 against CSK. Apart from that, when has he had to bat? When has he had the opportunity to make a match-defining contribution? He's not bowled 4 overs apart from, I'm not saying that he would bowl 4 overs, I think a maximum of 2, but in the match against LSG, he bowled 4 overs surprisingly when I thought he shouldn't have done. So, is he playing a big role for you? No. So you've got 2 slots where you can look to either strengthen your batting as a frontline option, or you can bring in a bowler. I don't know if they'll take that route. Everybody that won the toss chose to field first. Shreyas said he'd have done the same. And now on this batting innings, it was very confusing. Yes, this Punjab Kings team likes it. They've got batting all the way down to 11, and they're looking for everyone to play that explosive role. The moment you've lost a couple of wickets, you're batting on a tough surface, and you've not got the strongest of attacks. They wouldn't have factored the latter into the thinking, but it's a fact. And you're still continuing to go along the same way. Shashank Singh is one of the most matured batsmen in the IPL, if not the most matured, yet he plays that kind of a shot. Marcus Stoinis gets off to a start when wickets are falling around, and he plays that kind of shot. I'll say about Shreyas again, a stark difference from when he walks out within 4 overs and after. He saw today 30 for 2, and then off a bowler who's dismissed him a lot. He plays a brain fade of a shot, and he's caught behind. So I think it was caught behind. He was dismissed caught. So he's someone who, when the ball is moving around, he does not prefer to bat earlier on, and they have done things correctly by playing Josh Inglis at 3, then bringing Shreyas at 4. Now, what I would have done is you've got Shashank Singh, who, as I've said, the most matured batsman in this competition. You're playing him far down the order. He could have batted at 4, and would he have played that shot that Shreyas did? I don't think he would have done. And so I was surprised by the application as wickets were falling. And if you're looking at the influence of the spinners, and this is where I'll get to the Punjab Kings attack later as well. It says Shreyas Sharma got 3 wickets. Yes, he bought googlies and pick wickets, but how did he take those? Shashank Singh swings at a one that's bowled, that pitched on the stumps, and he's bowled. Marcus Stoinis the same. Mushid Khan sent out as an impact sub when you already have got batting until number 11, and he looked stressed from ball 1. There was not a convincing shot in the short innings that he played. He was dismissed without scoring, I think so. And I won't criticize him for that. It's his first match in this kind of a situation. A lot of players would struggle, especially a young player. So I knew they'd make that kind of an impact sub because they have done it in the past, the Punjab Kings. And this meant that their bowling was not going to be enough to defend the score. Now, what they could have done is Abhishek Vijay Kumar can also score some boundaries at the end. At that point, you just want someone who can bat, as long as you can also strengthen your bowling. I'm not saying playing him would have, or including him would have won them the match. At 101, you can't do much. But you got an extra seamer in these conditions. Where what happened in this case was Arshdeep Singh, none for 20. Then you've not got their bowling, Harpreet Brar, none for 18 and 2. Mushid Khan, 1 for 27 and 2. Surely you bring in Abhishek Vijay Kumar. He could have also scored the runs that Mushid Khan scored and given you an extra seamer. So a complete tactical mismanagement from the Punjab Kings. They played fantastic cricket thus far, but today it really was a blunderous outing for them. For RCB, I'd still say Liam Livingstone, it does not seem as if he's going to add much to the side. What I would do is I'd play Tim Seifert ahead of him. You've got two slots in Romario Shepherd and Liam Livingstone. Now, if you're looking for Romario Shepherd to score runs at the end and bowl, I don't think Livingstone is likely to bowl, especially with what he's been doing off late with the ball. He's not been in form with the bat. So what's the point of playing someone in that vein of form? I don't think there's any point. You may as well outright strengthen your batting or outright strengthen your bowling. I don't know whether they'll take that call. So that is what I would do for them. And Josh Hazelwood, it's where I didn't think he'd be in the running for the purple cap. I thought even in the auction preview I'd said a 1 for 30 kind of bowler or banker, but he's been picking wickets, a lot of wickets, and even his death bowling has improved, where I didn't think he had bowled well to death for the majority of his career, yet he's done that this season. And he's the one that gives the fear factor, the spearhead of this attack, because you take him out and they concede 200 on most occasions. So I think the inclusion of him, if he was going to be fit, it was a no-brainer, and another great return for him. So an RCB side looking confident in the final after I think 9 years, and so I wish them well. I hope it is Punjab versus RCB in the final, and the venue for that will be Ahmedabad, where I don't know the influence that a franchise would have in terms of dictating their home pitches for playoffs. But you're looking at this Punjab Kings attack, you're looking at someone like Shreyas Iyer who'd much prefer to bat in the middle phase and the ball isn't seaming around than batting in this kind of surface early on. Why are you giving this kind of attack with a team with Josh Hazelwood, Bhuvneshwar Kumar, and Yash Diyal? And if they played Nuwan Tushar, it would have been worse off for you. You're playing the wrong combination. You're playing Jameson ahead of Bartlett. You've not got Marco Janssen, who when he bowls the best in the MLC, where you're looking at the bounce that he can extract from a surface like this. He would have been a threatening option alongside Arshdeep Singh, alongside Xavier Bartlett. Instead, you're playing Omarzai, the bowler. You're comparing him to Janssen and Bartlett. We not, especially in his current bowling form, he's not going to do anything for you. Carl Jamieson in this format, in this league, I would not have signed. You're not bringing in Vijay Kumar and other seamers and impact subs. So tactical mismanagement, you're giving this kind of service. I don't know why they did that. They chose to do that. You're batting in 211 and your approach is so poor that you get bowled out in 14 overs despite you bat all the way down. So it was a day where nothing went right for them, and I hope they do get to the final because it'd be a great story for RCB and Punjab, whoever wins. And I'll be uploading the preview for the eliminator before I post this. And given the surface we saw today, I didn't think it would be like this, but it is. Mumbai Indians go in as massive favourites because you've got Bumrah, Bolt, Deepak Chahar, Hardik Pandya, and a Butler-less Gujarat Titans. If you got Kusal Mendes, who's a very good player, but again, it's a technical soundness in the bowling around. I don't know. Openers are dismissed early. Crease occupation for the Gujarat Titans batsman will be a problem against that Mumbai attack. Even the seamers, if Prasidh Krishna and Siraj, one of them has an off day, Jad Kutsia is going to go halfway down the track. He's not going to bowl the fuller lengths. So It's looking like a tough ask for the Gujarat Titans against Mumbai. I wish them luck, but I feel Mumbai go in this game as huge favorites, and let's see what happens in the eliminator. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, share with friends. Remember, this is my opinion. What's yours?